Alright? I'm alive. I'm alive. Look at this shit though. It may not look like it, but my freaking sides, I'm keeping up what I'm saying about growing my hair. I'm working out now, specifically bulking. So I told myself that I'll cut my hair when I cut this body. Like, go on a cut with my body once I'm ready, because I'm bulking right now, right? So, man, I'm so tired. I could probably fall asleep any minute now. Right, as you all may know, I already turned 21, and I felt like 21 years of age is quite the big stepping stone in my life. So what a good idea would it be if I shared what I learned, all the things that I learned growing up till the age of 21 that I'm gonna carry to myself in this new year and onwards as I get older. Does that make sense to you? Alright, the first one's a little more recent. I'm still kind of like improving from this, but it's to just not rush your life. Yeah, a lot of us are guilty of this, trying to rush our lives, especially when you just got out of high school. It always was not waiting until the day gets over, going through all the classes because of how boring that shit is, right? But all of a sudden everything becomes a lot more drastically different, because like now everybody's thinking how fast a day goes by. You wake up one morning, you take a blink, and the day already ends. So now you become a lot more aware of how you can make the most out of that time, you know? But now you're in this generation. Everybody's outliving everybody in the past. So now, you don't really have to feel the rush to try to get into a career already. You're not in the generation where college or the military are your number one and only options for your life anymore, okay? So relax. Take a step back. Use that time to make yourself happier, whether if you want to start that business already, whether if you want to travel, or if you've put a lot of thought into that career already going into college, as long as it's working towards your happiness. Although it's very unfortunate that your parents have experienced the rush of trying to live a life much more early on than you have, and like how the world worked back then, you can't really change the fact that times have changed nowadays. We are actually in the generation of opportunity. But you don't have to feel lonely. I'm on the same boat. Even I feel like I'm rushing things a little too much, or whenever I don't get things done like I want them to, I still beat myself up for it sometimes. However, I'm still trying to learn how to grasp this understanding at a much more better level, and I'm working towards it just for the sake of my own sanity. You don't ever want to beat yourself up, okay? To add on, not only is this generation outliving the past generations, but we also have countless more opportunities now compared to back then. Make no mistake though, just because your goals are a lot more achievable through many opportunities nowadays doesn't make it any less easier for you to achieve them. You still need the same amount of dedication and hard work and a little bit of luck, you know, but at least you have the opportunity to. There's really no harm in trying anything. Who cares if that new side hustle turned out to be a scam, or you're not getting good at this new hobby of yours as fast as you'd like? You know, you're not dead, right? Just take that experience, learn from it, improve on it, and start something new. But don't forget, these brand new opportunities or pathways, they're not what make you, okay? These are merely just tools. The weapon does not make the warrior. It's the warrior that makes the weapon. Did I say that right? Yeah, as long as you get it. Okay, moving on. If everything else fails, if you're still young, bro, there's still the military that you can get into. There's a lot more benefits over there now. But not only are you going to be put in this world with all these tools that you need to learn with, you're also going to be on your own. Meaning that no one is going to give a shit about you, especially once you get out of that little jail cell of a high school of yours. And I am not only talking about people not paying attention to you anymore, but I'm highlighting the fact that people are going to forget you. People are going to unlearn everybody in their class, especially to those who they are not familiar with. So you're pretty much like taking a whole restart in society. Once you get out of high school or whatever, you might have a little starter pack with like your friends that you've been really close with, your little tight circle from high school, you know, here and there. But, you know, generally, you will still be alone. And no one except for you will really know who you are. Your friend count will probably go back to 0, and you're gonna have to learn to make friends all over again. A lot of the times people feel lonely nowadays, which is a natural thing. It feels good to be making friends, building connections with people who you feel potential in. And yes, it's natural to be sad about feeling lonely, but at the same time, I can't help but also feel like a sense of like rejuvenation, I guess, from with having this some sort of restart, because you learn a lot more things than other people. And you learn a lot more about yourself when you're meeting these new people. You'll learn to understand why the friends you make now are completely different from the friends that you make in high school. The reason why you join specific cliques or whatever, or how you see people to begin with. A lot of the times people make genuine connections. A lot of the other times people just like to use other people for their own benefit. There's nothing wrong with either or. Not only that, but it's also a good restart for you to do things that you want to do. For example, putting yourself out on the internet, trying to create a presence. People don't give a shit about you in the beginning, right? You have all this time and space to create what you want to create and share what you want to share. You have this opportunity to portray yourself how you want to be portrayed to the people, which could be either bad or good. Okay, just depends on yourself. And all of that will just cycle in tandem with the two other things that I mentioned earlier. The most beautiful yet dangerous part of all of this, all of the stuff that I'm sharing you, is that all of this is going to be under your full control. Okay, it's beautiful because you can quite literally do whatever you want to your own benefit. But at the same time, there's just as many opportunities as detriments in your life. Unnecessary activities, addictions that hold you back, and that's why it's your responsibility to take accountability for yourself, to really put yourself on the track that you want to put. That's why motivation exists to begin with. People use these as tools to try and set themselves up for success of their own way. Because in the end, we all just want to be happy. If living a whole entire life of partying makes you happy, just makes things a lot more easier for you. But if making a bunch of money also makes you happy, then you'll obviously understand that there's a whole process to get through all this stuff, trying to explore what kind of options could make you the amount of money that you want. Some things are easier than others, and obviously there are other things that are much more difficult to achieve than others, vice versa. If you're someone watching this and you feel lost at whatever age you are at, just know that we are living in this generation now, and we are quite literally one click away to take the first step of whatever we want to try and accomplish. As long as we understand these three things, it really isn't much, but everything should work in tandem for us, and just to really learn to love the process. That's gonna be it for this video. I'm not gonna keep going on with this mumbo jumbo bullshit. Okay, let's start a new year with a bang. Let's try and do something. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you have a good day or a good night. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.